pathway to international success is built through consistent and jaw-dropping performances at the domestic level. No cricketer today can reach the pinnacle of international cricket without having to grind at the domestic level. CEAT, in order to encourage and appreciate the hard work put in by domestic cricketers, has instituted a new award this year that rewards the performance of domestic players. The CEAT Domestic Cricketer of the Year is the next award. To give away the award, may I call on stage Mr. Anant Goenka, Managing Director, CEAT Limited. Well, this player has had an excellent year at the domestic level. His consistent performance over the last year, as well as the just concluded T20 event, has led to his recall to the Indian team for their tour to Bangladesh. I'm talking about none other than the man himself, Robin Uthappa. Robin, from obscurity to something like this is a substantial jump. How do you feel?
Well, it's an amazing feeling, and I think this is just a sign that I'm on the right track, I'm in the right direction, and I do believe I have a long way to go. I think it's just the start. It's taken me a couple of years to get out of where I was and
How was that period? I mean,
it's been hard.
A lull and a dull period.
Well, you work a lot alone, so nobody sees you working, which is good in a way. You just bind your hours, away with your coach by yourself, and just keep working day in and day out, and you suddenly start feeling good about yourself. And
you talked about making few adjustments in your batting, looking to play more in the V area through mid-off and mid-on. That obviously has helped. But T20 cricket, if you start playing in the V, you can't get anywhere basically because you've got to hit the ball in the air also.
Well, yeah, but I think Sunil sir will agree with me that the biggest gap on the grounds are probably just behind the bowler and between mid-on and mid-off, and if you can.
But now the biggest gap is behind the keeper.
Well, yeah, I've tried that as well, but it hasn't really worked for me. I haven't been able to sustain that. Yeah. But I think this is something that I've been sustaining for a while now, and I'm enjoying it. It feels good to play the right kind of cricket, to be hitting the ball more with the top hand and lesser with the bottom hand, because I've been so much of a right-hand dominating player up until a couple of years ago. So it does feel good to be hitting the ball with the top hand.
But consistency in T20 cricket is so difficult to achieve, and you've been very consistent.
Well, my coach says one thing to me. He says that if your action is correct, then the reaction will always be correct. So if you can just look to play to the merit of the ball, more often than not, you will be scoring runs. So that is something that I've kept with myself every time I go in to play a game. And I try and live up to that.
And must be very pleasing, Robin, that all your runs have contributed to that wonderful victory at the end of it.
Oh, absolutely. I think it wouldn't have been so sweet if we hadn't won. It is so much sweeter because we've won, and the way we've won, the way we've come back from a tournament where we'd won only 2 games out of 7, lost the 2 games when we came back into India, and how we lost that last game, 6 wickets for 2 runs. I think that kind of bit us quite hard, and I think each one of us hurt, which was a good sign. And we came back really strongly, and I think we took 1 game at a time from there.
You also are a great example for some of the other guys who lose form and do not make regular appearances in the international circuit, because then you're thrown in at the domestic level, which is not as exciting, not as luring as playing for your country, I guess. So what made you concentrate at that level? Because it can be hard once you've tasted the flavor of international cricket, certainly to go down to that level and start the elbow grease.
Well, I think credit must be given to domestic cricket as well. I think the standard's pretty hard as well, as we play on challenging wickets, and even the schedules are pretty tight, and we play 1 game in a week, and we travel in those 3 days, the 3 rest days we travel, so it can be pretty challenging. It's 50 days of intense cricket. That is the number of matches we play, number of days we play in those few months. and it takes a lot of dedication and determination to be able to perform consistently. And focus, of course, to be able to perform consistently at that level. And it's just one level lower than the international level. So you're always motivated that as you put up performances there, then you're always going to go up the next step.
All right, okay, you were fantastic and many
Thank you very much.
congratulations.
Thank you very much.